Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining this Taste of Mindfulness online class. It's about meditation and self-care. I'm Karson from MindfulOcean. So today we're going to split into two halves. The first part we're going to touch on why we need mindfulness and meditation. And also I'll share with you some ideas and information about the definition, what mindfulness actually is, and its origin. And then I will also give you some evidence about the benefits of mindfulness as well. And because today is a experiential learning class, so in the second half we're going to meditate together. We'll try some meditation practice, for example, breathing meditation, body scan, and mindful movement and stretching. And by the end of the session, you will also learn some some tips about the informal practice for daily lives. So hopefully you'll enjoy this class, and by the end of the session you'll be able to take away some ideas and concepts about mindfulness, and also, more importantly, how to practice it. Let's get started. So this is me, Karson Wong, from MindfulOcean. I'm a certified mindfulness teacher by International Mindfulness Teacher Association, and also a qualified MBSR in mindfulness-based stress reduction program teacher. I'm trained at UMass Medical School Center for Mindfulness, and I've also received training at the UC San Diego Center for Mindfulness for the mPEAK coach training. So I teach mindfulness to the general public, work professionals. I teach in schools, in corporates, in organizations. I teach sport teams and athletes as well. So for me, mindfulness has changed my life. So about 8 years ago, I started practicing mindfulness and meditation, and so far I noticed that mindfulness has helped me recover more quickly from setbacks, so I can have greater resilience, and I am able to build that inner strength and confidence and kindness in the situations like injuries, setbacks, challenges, mistakes, failures, and I can get out of the unhealthy rumination, self-criticism, and also fears and self-judgments. So as I mentioned before, this class we will split into two halves. So this is the first part. Part one is about concept and benefits. Why do we need mindfulness? What is mindfulness? And the benefits of mindfulness. So for the second part, we will practice my meditation together. So please stick around, and we will practice until we finish the concept and benefits, and then we will practice meditation together. But still, I'd like to invite you to do a really quick 1 minute grounding practice or check-in practice. So now, finding a comfortable posture, sitting in a chair or standing or lying down in the bed, and guiding the awareness, guiding the attention to tune in to this body as a whole, allowing the body to be soft and still. So inviting relaxation, softening and releasing the tension you may be holding in the body. And by doing so, we're also checking through the body which part we may notice tension, which parts we may notice ease, how this body feels right now. And then also bringing attention and awareness to notice the mind. How am I feeling? Any emotions, any significant emotions or strong emotion is running, is arising. Any thoughts you may be holding in the mind. Then now releasing this reflection or check-in. And you may want to take a few conscious breaths. So breathing in wakefulness, and breathing out, releasing, relaxing. And then once you feel ready, if you have closed your eyes, please open the eyes again. So this is a check-in practice, so we can tune into what we are experiencing in this moment. And then moving on to the question, why do we need mindfulness? And actually we have to look at some common challenges that may impact our well-being from day to day. So the first one is distractions. We are living in a very, very busy society, a busy world. Some of you need to handle studies, work, and we have so many demands coming from the work and the study, and like emails or notifications or deadlines or to-do lists. And then also we consume a lot of information as well on social media, on TV, about news, about what's going on out there in the world, what's going on in for the teams I support, or what's going on about our politics or the health situation. And also distraction may come from our relationship as well. WhatsApp messages or IG messages, notifications about the social medias, or the communications between us and the family members, or boyfriends or girlfriends, so on. So our attention, sometimes you may find it the attention may scatter a lot. So you may find yourself constantly switching tasks, constantly switching between different tasks and demands. So you may find the attention is very, very scattered, and that may feel draining, that may feel exhausting for some people. And that may lead to a very common scenario, multitasking. So from this picture you can see that a very, very common scenario we can see all the time, or maybe some of us have that experience before. And while, for example, having a meal, our attention is always on the phone, watching videos, watching YouTube, or scrolling the phone, scrolling the IG, other social media, and our attention is not on the food we consume, and it is actually on the phone. So this may impact our well-being as well, and we miss a lot of moments. We miss we miss the taste. We miss the chance at the opportunity to really savor the food, and this may impact our relationship and presence as well. While, for example, if multitasking is happening while we are communicating, or while we are chatting with our friends or our loved ones, cared ones, and that may impact our presence if we multitask a lot. So some research also research studies also show that multitasking is actually not productive. It may negatively affect our productivity and also learning ability as well. So if we are not aware of that, if we are not mindful and conscious of this situation or scenarios, then it's a problem of automatic pilot. So being automatic all the time and always turning on the doing mode instead of being mode. So you may find yourself constantly chasing and rushing through tasks or events. So as if we are juggling so many balls in the air at the same time. And that some relevant idea is mind wandering. So it's like a monkey in our mind is always jumping between the past and the future. So at Harvard, psychology research done in 10 years ago by Killingworth and Gilbert, showing that on average, around 47% of our time, the mind is traveling between past and the future. So, and if the follow-up result or finding is even more alarming. Is when we are ruminating about the past and the future, and when the mind is wandering, our happiness level is lower than if we can be present. So if we can be present, if we stay present, and actually we feel more happier. So that may lead to another problems of being mindless and forgetful, and sometimes even you may have that experience of you suddenly wake up and realize that, oh, why am I here? What am I actually doing? And why did I do that? Or maybe you may find you forget what other people say, what other people said to you in a meeting or in the communication. So the result of these challenges to us, so it may impact our emotional state. People may feel hyper-aroused. People may find themselves very, very reactive to stressful situation, reactive to some negative events. People may feel so exhausted, so drained, and low energy level, and also feeling anxious and depressed. And also, instead of having a broad, a wide perspective or creative open perspective, people may find it too faceted and fixed mindset, and as if, okay, I have to do that. I have to believe in my thoughts. I have to do that. Otherwise, it's not possible. So very limited possibilities. So here, why mindfulness can come into play. So how mindfulness, before we tap into how mindfulness is helpful, so I'd like to share with you some ideas about mindfulness. So what mindfulness is. And mindfulness is actually is a way of being. So it has a very, very long history from Eastern spiritual tradition. So, but it has been popularized almost 4 decades ago, and in the West. So it can be practiced by everyone. So it actually is about how we live. It's a way of being. It's about waking up to the present moment and attending to the moment-to-moment experience in our lives. So in the Chinese character name, so it's two parts. There are two parts. So the top one is present, and the bottom one is heart. So it's about having presence in our heart. So using the quote from a very famous meditation teacher, Mary O'Brien, is like taking the steering wheel again. So getting in control again, instead of getting lost in the automatic pilot. So the definition of mindfulness, if I normally use this definition coined by Dr. John Kabat-Zinn, the founder of MBSR program at the UMass Medical School. So mindfulness is an innate ability that we all share as humans. So we can pay attention on purpose to the present moment experience non-judgmentally. So I've highlighted on purpose. So it's an intentional, conscious behavior, so that we are not on automatic pilot. So we wake up, we know what we do, and we know when we need to refocus again. And then we are paying attention to the present moment. So we are living in the present. So as much as we can, as best we can. And then we don't judge that much. So we don't add, we don't subtract, we don't create any exaggeration. So we just pay attention to the reality, what's actually going on, how we are actually experiencing the moment. So these are the essence of the ideas, the core ideas of the mindfulness. So in other words, it's like consciously opening to and meeting every moment with interest, friendliness, and openness. So there was a news report by the New York Times interviewing a kid who had received mindfulness training. So he defined mindfulness as not hitting someone in the mouth. So not getting so caught up by the emotion and the emotional thoughts, and then getting the control again, taking the steering wheel again, so that we can respond in a rational way and objective way. So, and also it's like looking inward, so turning the attention around instead of allowing the attention to go all the way out, so scattered, and then we are collecting, we are bringing the attention back to us, back to our body, back to the mind, and back to the heart. So we are aware of the mind-body-heart connection. And it can enhance clarity about reality, and also by doing so we can reduce exaggeration, so we can see things more clearly. So the relationship between mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness is a form of meditation. We have so many meditation forms in this world. I won't go over all of them, but mindfulness, what's good about mindfulness is it can be trained, it can be practiced by anyone, by regardless of your races, regardless of your religions, regardless of your gender, and your job and your age. So you can pretty much practice it everywhere. So mindfulness can be trained and cultivated through formal meditation practice. And what is interesting is mindfulness is more than just a meditation. It's a moment-to-moment quality. So we can have mindfulness while we are not meditating. So it may sound paradox, and actually it is. And we can practice in our day-to-day lives using some informal practices. I will going to introduce those informal practices to you in the part 2 of the class. So benefits of mindfulness practice. I'm going to give you an overview about the benefits of mindfulness. So for the last couple decades, so scientists and researchers have done a lot of different research and studies around mindfulness, because we had some formalized secular way to offer mindfulness training in hospital, in healthcare centers, in corporates, in organizations, so that researchers and scientists can really look into the benefits and the result of the mindfulness training for participants. So generally, we can categorize into 4 categories. So first of all, physical health. It can improve pain management, reduce pain the index, increasing the pain tolerance. And we can improve sleep quality. So mindfulness can boost the immune system, and it may lower blood pressure as well, and is helpful for people to change unhealthy habits and to create addiction. It can help professionals, we can help workers or caregivers reduce burnout. So for mental health, psychological health, mindfulness can bring greater stress management. It can help us manage our stress. It can reduce anxious and depressive symptoms. There's a dedicated training program called MBCT, Mindfulness-Based Cognitive Therapy, designed for people who are recovering from depression and anxiety. So it has generated very, very impressive results. So it can help people regulate their emotions experience, and also it can enhance resilience. So bouncing back more quickly from negative experience. So mindfulness can also be applied in work environments. So it can help improve productivity. So through concentration, focused attention, it can enhance our attention and concentration. So we can stick to one task more, and also we can improve that quality of work. And it can increase working memory and to help us make better decisions as well. So for relationships, through mindfulness, we can enjoy better interpersonal presence. We can promote empathy, altruism, and which means kindness, and also compassion through mindfulness. So we can promote gratitude among people, and through that we can improve relationship satisfaction. So these are the overall benefits of mindfulness. So pretty much very comprehensive, but I won't go over one by one in details. But I want to highlight here because some of you are caregiver or health care professionals, and so these research are very, very insightful for you. Maybe it's about reducing job burnout. So healthcare caregiver or healthcare professional, sometimes it is a common feature or common phenomenon, which is a burnout, and then also having this empathy overload. And so this mindfulness training can train and can allow us to bring the priority to ourselves again, to better take care of ourselves, so that we can reduce burnout. And mindfulness, these benefits can be shown in our brain as well. So it's the training, the meditation, the long-term regulated formal training can help us rewire our brain in long run, so we can enjoy a fresher, a younger brain, a more productive and a more rational brain structure. So mindfulness is possible to make you healthier, happier, and more productive and engaged. But here's a disclaimer. You can't get the benefits without doing the practice yourselves. So basically you have to start and learn swimming. You can't learn swimming without really going into the pool and try it on your own.